Hello guys, this is Sagar. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Cycle and Parts Room, and today we are witnessing a suspension fork from SR Suntour, a brand from Japan. So guys, as you can see, I have placed this suspension fork right at the center, and I would like to mention here, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do subscribe to my channel Cycle and Parts Room, and in case you find this video useful, do share it with your friends and like the video. So let's begin with the suspension's anatomy. First we'll look at the silver color pipe, as you can see here. Yes, so this pipe is called the exterior tube. The function of exterior tube is that it helps the bicycle to turn left or right. So if you want to turn your bicycle either to the left or to the right, exterior tube is very useful. It assembles directly to the head tube of the bicycle frame, and you very well know the head tube of the bicycle frame, and what makes it to rotate is the bearings. So those bearings are called the headset or fork fittings. I hope you are clear with the exterior tube. Let's go to the other part. So guys, here we have the other part, which is also called the crown. The crown of the suspension is the decision maker of which category this suspension fork assembles to. For example, if the gap between these two is bigger, it may assemble to even fat bike or the MTB bikes. If this gap minimizes, it may assemble to hybrid, and if it further minimizes, it assembles to a road bike. So crown's distance is what matters while we are going for a rigid fork or a suspension fork. In both the cases, we have crowns. Here, as you can see, in this specific suspension, we have got two adjusters. One is the preload adjuster, and the other one is the lockout and lock-in adjuster. First, we'll talk about the lock-in lockout function. So this adjuster is useful in case you want to lock your suspension. In flat roads where there are low bumps, you can lock this suspension by rotating it clockwise, and it provides a smoother ride. And in bumpy roads, you can unlock it so that it provides a comfort ride. Now let's talk about preload. Assume that the rider weight is around 110 kgs. So while the rider sits into the bicycle, the suspension is automatically depressed down to this position maybe. And after he removes his weight, the suspension goes back to its initial position. So to harden the suspension or to add weight to the compression springs in the suspension fork, we use the preload adjuster so that while the rider sits onto the bicycle, there is no such compressions initially. Next, we have a C-shape arc. As you can see, arc is very useful because in case you assume that you have been hit from the sideways, and assume a condition where there is no arc. So what will happen? These two stanchion tubes will come closer to each other. They will bend towards each other, and this will cause problem to the suspension fork. It might also fail. So first function of the arc is to protect the suspension from bending. The second function is to assemble mud guards. The third function, as you can see in the arc, there is some mount. This is to carry the disc brake wire or the hydraulic disc brake wire. You may also call it hose. Fine. Then we have this slippery stanchions, stanchion tubes. And stanchion tubes, there are too many things related to it. First of all is the stanchion diameter. So generally in cross country bike, you will find the diameter to be around 32 mm, which is 3.2 centimeters. And in free ride or downhill bike, you can see the stanchion diameter to be much bigger. In hybrids, you will find it to be much smaller. So stanchion, what it does is actually, if you have a bigger stanchion diameter, your fork won't bend, and it provides more rigidity, more stiffness to the whole prototype. But it also adds weight. So in case you need to minimize the weight, you need to make it thinner. But in case you want to maximize rigidity, you need to make it broader. So now I think you have a proper idea on which bicycle fork you may want to acquire. Since SR Suntour's XCR comes with a 32 mm stanchion, it is widely used for stunt riding across India. Now we will talk about the sliders. So as you can see, this black color portion is known as the slider, and at the bottommost part you will find two mounting points. These mounting points is where the axle for the wheel assembles to. So these are also known as the dropouts for the suspension fork, and at the rear side you will encounter these two mounting points. This is where the adapter or the disc caliper directly mounts into. This is known as the post mount. Okay, so I hope you're clear with these sliders. The function of the slider is pretty easy. As you can see, slider is the section which hosts the stanchion tubes. So when there is application of load, these stanchion tubes, they will dip inside the slider, and then there is a spring. The spring compresses to its maximum potential, and after the load is removed, the spring goes back to its original position, which fires away the stanchion out of the sliders and makes it to reach its original position. So this portion of what I explained just now, the impact and the rebound, is what adds comfort to the riding of an individual. So now we'll talk about some of the specification for this fork. It hosts a hydraulic lockout, and then it hosts a preload adjustment, as I earlier told and mentioned. Then it has a stanchion diameter of 32 mm, which is 3.2 centimeters. Then it is a post mount fork, as you can see. Then again, it is a single cast. As you can see, there is no welding with sliders and arc. So it is a single piece fork, which adds to rigidity, since if in case we had welding or any corners, the stress distribution increases at the corners or the welding point. So in this fork, there is no such issues. And coming to the specifications, the very best part which one may notice before buying a suspension fork is the stanchion travel. And every fork has its own stanchion travel. Some may have around 60 mm, some may have around 45 mm, some may have around 80 mm, some may have around 100 mm, some may have around 120 mm, some may also have around 200 mm. So this suspension fork has 100 mm stanchion travel. What it means is that while the suspension is at its fullest compression, this stanchion tube will go 100 mm deeper inside the sliders. I'll further brief this by showing you what 100 mm looks like using a tailor's tape. Here we have a tailor's tape. You may find this in a tailor shop nearby your home. And this is around 100 mm. So till this point, there will be compression while you have applied the maximum load which the suspension can bear. So as easy as that. And now next thing, another calculation which we need to measure and take is the stanchion diameter. And how to calculate it? First we'll take the circumference. So we'll take this tailor tape and make it go around the stanchion tubes. So here we see the circumference comes around, the circumference comes around 106. So it comes around 106 or 110, not precise. So which means 2 pi r stands as 110, which also means pi d stands as 110. To calculate the diameter, just divide 110 by 3.14. You will have your answer. It is something around 32 to be precise. And by this we end the video. I hope you are clear with all the specifications, all the features and all the terminologies related to the suspension fork. And now it is time for you to choose which suspension fork suits your bicycle the best. And I hope you have liked this video. Do give a thumbs up and do subscribe to the channel. We'll meet again with another component, and next time you'll be much more pleased with my introduction. So till then, stay safe and bye.